Ever face a situation where part of you thought you should do one thing, but another part wanted to do something different? Or perhaps you live with an indecisive person or someone who says that they want to do things but never follow through. In NLP, we call this a parts conflict. And it's a common situation which can have both positive and negative impacts on you. So, in this video, I'm going to explain to you what a parts conflict is, share how we manage it with NLP, and we will offer some things to consider when reflecting on your own parts conflicts. Feel free to use the timestamps in the description below if you want to jump to relevant sections of the video in the future. Ahoy, Bryce here from Bryter Training. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Welcome back to our subscribers and thank you so much for your ongoing support. Also, please remember to hit like and subscribe and share your thoughts on the video in the comments section below. So, what is a parts conflict? Well, everyone at many points throughout their lives have been faced with indecision. For example, do I stay in my marriage or walk out? Shall I get the surgery or try alternative treatments? Should I leave my job or open up my own business? Sometimes they are small conflicts. Should I have a salad or hot chips? And in some more extreme cases, emotional experiences throughout life, and especially during the early imprint years, can result in the creation of parts within the unconscious mind. These parts generate their own values and beliefs, and are responsible for certain behaviours. Overwhelming feelings and reactions, as well as out-of-control behaviours, are the result of conflicting parts. Regardless of the scope, it comes down to different needs that you have for yourself that have what seems to be different solutions. So, how does it manifest? You may hear it in your language. Part of me wants to do this, but another part doesn't. Or words like, I should do that, but. You may hear people say that they want something, but then not take action. Are they just lazy and not committed? Well, maybe. But let's assume that there's more to it, since that gives us more options. So, let's look at the pros and the cons of parts conflicts. How is it a problem? Well, now pro. It allows you to objectively see multiple sides of a situation, because it's like having a conversation with different representatives of different camps. You can really delve deeply into the various sides. However, the downside is it can lead to a lack of action as you get paralysed by too much data. And it's often influenced by internal biases. It's like flipping a coin. Usually, once you flip that coin, you know which side you want it to land on. Parts conflicts are rarely rational and objective. It becomes a test of willpower, which can lead you to resent the good choice. And finally, it can really cause stress to some people because no matter what choice they make, they often feel guilty, weak-minded, or indecisive, and those patterns of self-talk can lead to some destructive behaviours. And that's the first key thing to understand. It's not about the good choice and the bad choice. In NLP, we say, every behaviour has a positive intention. It's not necessarily true, but if you act as though it is, it does give you more flexibility and options in finding solutions. How can you resolve it? In NLP, we use a process called a parts integration, which is literally that. It's integrating two different perspectives into one single point of view. I'm happy to do a video demonstrating the parts integration process with someone if you're interested. However, today I'll just quickly talk through the concept and then I'll leave you with a few tips that you can apply for yourself. So for today, let's pretend someone has a parts conflict when it comes to exercise. Part of them wants to hit the gym, another part of them wants to curl up on the couch and relax. So during a parts integration, we assume that the conflict is caused by different conflicting elements of your unconscious mind. And sometimes there are many different parts. So we encourage the person to put their hands out in front of them and ask one of the parts to come out and stand on one hand. We encourage the client to imagine what that part looks like. Light or heavy, the size and shape, density, colour, brightness, gender. It doesn't matter what it looks like, just that it gives it form. We then ask them to do the same thing on the other hand for the other part. Once we have both parts outside of the mind, then it becomes a bit more of a rational conversation. Well, as rational as speaking to parts of your unconscious mind while they sit on your hand is. Anyway, we start with one part and we ask it what its intention is behind its action. So here are my parts. Part 1, who wants to go to the gym? What's your intention behind what you want? Well, I've been busy and I think it's important to do something positive for myself, and it's a good thing to do. Okay, so you want to do something positive. For what purpose? Well, exercise gives me energy and keeps me healthy, and that will help me cope with my busy lifestyle. Okay, so to have energy and keep healthy. For what purpose? Well, I guess ultimately to manage stress, and so I'm happy. Okay, and part 2. What's the positive intention behind what you want? Well, it's been a busy time. I'm pretty stressed and tired, and I just want to make sure that I get some rest. Going to the gym is just another thing on my to-do list. Okay, so you want to get some rest. For what purpose? So that I can recharge and have some energy. Interesting. So, have energy. For what purpose? Well, so I can have less stress and get everything done and just be happy, I guess. So during this process, you want to ask for what purpose until you uncover a fairly abstract positive intention. The goal is to realize that they are not good or bad, but rather different ways of achieving the same thing. During a parts integration, you would effectively facilitate a conversation between the parts, getting each side to recognize the needs of the other. You would then encourage the person to create a new image that represents the integrated part and have them bring it back inside themselves. Basically, what we are doing with a parts integration is objectively facilitating a negotiation with multiple parties and recognizing that they all want the best for you. In the previous scenario, both parts want the person to invest time in themselves, to relax, to have energy, so that they are stress-free and have the energy to cope and be happy. So it's about considering the options for how you can do both. It's about coming up with new options or meeting in the middle. Perhaps you can give yourself permission to schedule downtime every evening so that you can relax, but you'll need to get up 20 minutes earlier and go for a walk. Perhaps you can go for a walk instead of going to the gym. Perhaps you can watch TV while being on the treadmill, or maybe even block out every Sunday so you don't work or make appointments. The purpose is to ask yourself or your parts, why is this important to you, and what else can we do that will satisfy your needs? And broker an agreement between your parts. It's like saying, come on, we all have my best interests at heart, so let's come up with a solution that we are all happy with. Agree on something that all parts are happy with. Give yourself permission to do what you need to do and simply find balance and compromise in your life. So to recap, a parts conflict occurs when different parts of your unconscious mind have solutions to meet your personal needs which seem to contradict. All of the different parts have a positive intention based on something that's important to you. Your goal is to understand those needs and then to take action that satisfies all parties involved. And that means being able to really define the intention behind what each part wants and find the point in which they overlap. Funnily enough, it's a similar process to conflict management with different people. So I hope you found this interesting and perhaps can give you some insight into your own choices or in understanding other people around you who may be a little indecisive. I'd love to hear the sorts of parts conflicts that you experience, and also please share the positive intention you think they may have in the comments section below. If you're interested in NLP or other training for you or your team, then please reach out to us via our website. Our details are in the description below. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.